Evacuations have been ordered in Nevada and Placer counties because of a fast-moving fire near a popular campground. The fire was reported before 3 p.m. near the Bear River campground. It is being called the River Fire. People living east of Dog Bar Road, south of Lightner Drive, and north of Misty Winds are told to leave immediately. A temporary evacuation point for people is opening at Bear River High School in Grass Valley and at Auburn Veterans Hall in the Gold Country Fairgrounds and Event Center. Now, because of this fire, Caltrans closed Highway 177, or 174, I should say, at Orchard Springs Road. All traffic is being turned around and drivers should use State Route 49, State Route 20, and I-80, Madison.
Yeah, and right now we are learning that we can see this fire and the smoke plume from miles away. Van 2 is live along I-80. Van, what are you seeing where you are?
Well, Madison, you can just see this menacing plume of smoke behind me here. We are off Weimar Road off of East 80, and this fire shot from 100 acres to 500 acres in just about 90 minutes, according to Cal Fire. So as our crew was driving up here, we could see the plume of smoke all the way even from Sacramento. So if you are in that area, this is where the fire is coming from. We also spoke to one resident, an 81-year-old woman who evacuated from her home in Colfax. She relied on family members to get her here, and they stopped right here at this exit and just taking this all in, realizing what they had just escaped.
Oh, Van, this is a very rapid developing situation right now. Of course, we'll let you get up to Colfax to report on the very latest from the ground as the firefight continues. We want to show you video now of firefighters attacking the flames from the air. Take a look at this video sent to us by Christian Kiefer. This is the aircraft making a aerial view of what the fire looks like on the ground. Now, here is another video from someone who was seeing the fire burning near their backyard, posting this video to Snapchat. I just got off the phone call with Christian Kiefer as he's now contemplating evacuating again.
The fire's probably 4 or 5 miles away, but actually as I'm talking to you, Madison, there's ash dropping from the sky onto my head from the fire. And it's, I'm sure you can see back there. That's the view from here.
Again, evacuations will continue in this fire called the River Fire. We have the very latest online at abc10.com. Now to the biggest fire burning in California, which is only growing as we speak. Just about an hour ago, the Plumas County Sheriff's Office sent out a dire warning for anyone in Chester to evacuate immediately. The town is in the path of the Dixie Fire, which has burned nearly 274,000 acres. It is 35% contained, but again, more evacuations are ordered as this continues to grow. More than 5,000 firefighters are on scene battling these flames. And the weather is not doing them any favors. We're talking about hot weather, high winds pushing this fire. Monica Coleman has been out near the Dixie Fire all day. Monica, what have you been seeing?
Madison, I saw the fire for myself, actually. I was here in Greenville earlier today talking to people who did not want to evacuate. They wanted to stay and fend for their homes. I went up the hilltop to a community called Round Valley to meet up with a gentleman named Paul Young. He stayed there throughout the week fighting the fires to protect his property, but he also was up there helping firefighters. He was giving them water, and he had so much land and cabins, he gave them also a place to stay. But when we were coming down that hilltop is when I saw the flames. I was in the passenger seat of the news car, and I watched as the sky quickly turned orange. The passenger seat of my car got hot with heat, and I knew, Madison, it was time to turn around. And then firefighters saw us and helped us get out to safety. But I did have some other interviews lined up in Greenville, and they also reached out to me to make sure that I got out safe. Take a listen to this voicemail.
Hi, this is Rhonda with Greg. You were going to go up to Round Valley, and apparently it's on fire now, and I hope you guys are out of there. Hope you're safe. Thanks. Bye.
That is Rhonda of Greenville. Her and her partner are still in Greenville right now trying to fight the fires off of their property while also trying to help people evacuate. They're going in and out of Greenville to help people get to safety. But while I was in town, I did talk to a woman named Beverly. She owns the bar in town. She evacuated on Monday, came back and told me that it has been devastating. This fire has truly taken a toll on her business.
It's just been devastating. Just the emotional strain has gotten to everybody.
Beverly, they're just truly devastated. She says that she stayed because she wanted to give people who decided to not evacuate a place to feel safe and just normal for a second to have a drink at the bar. I did check in with her to see if she evacuated safely, and at this time, she did say that she is leaving Greenville to get to safety. But take a look just right behind me. You can see the plumes in the sky. This fire is burning right now. The winds are picking up as we speak, and people are evacuating and watching as fire crews are heading into that fire to save people and try to get some containment on this fire. Madison.
Oh, Monica, a very dire situation in Plumas County tonight. Of course, we're watching this Dixie Fire very closely. We'll update you all on air and online at abc10.com. For now, we want to get things over to Tracy Humphrey, tracking the latest right now. A red flag warning, Tracy.
Red flag warning. So let's kind of set up why things are happening the way they are. Low pressure system in Northern California, high pressure system down off to the southwest. And it is that clockwise flow around that low pressure system that's going to be bringing in winds out of the south. Now, specifically for the Dixie Fire near Chester, the forecast for this evening into tonight was going to be winds out of the south at 14 miles per hour with gusts up to 21 miles per hour. This is where we currently have the Dixie Fire. These are the winds, the arrows showing where all of that smoke is going to be going and where that fire is going to be spreading, and that's going to be towards Chester and also in the northern end of Lake Almanor. Now, the red flag warning does include where we have the Dixie Fire, but it also includes parts of Redding all the way down to Chico, also near the Truckee area where we have Colfax, as well as South Lake Tahoe. So the red flag warning began at around midday today. It is going to be in effect until 9 o'clock Thursday night, and the opportunity for winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour is going to be the concern. Of course, we got low humidity, and we're also talking about some very dry fuel. So if you do live in these areas, you should have an evacuation plan in place for you as well as for your family. Coming up, temperatures are still in the triple digits. We'll take a look at that in just a few moments.
Tracy, thank you. Governor Gavin Newsom was in Glenn County today, the site of last year's devastating August complex fire, which is the largest in California history. The governor was joined by U.S. Agriculture and Forest Service Secretary Tom Vilsack, discussing how the state can mitigate and fight wildfires. Vilsack says some of the U.S. government's priorities include increasing pay for federal firefighters, better forest management, and restoration work. He also says the infrastructure bill being debated in Congress contains the start of down payments to make this happen.
Could always use more resources, but at the end of the day, we're going to make sure that we are focused on those places where there's the highest risk for life and property damage and loss, and to make sure that we do it in a way that is safest for our firefighters.
Keep in mind that August complex fire burned more than 1 million acres in August 2020. It was sparked by numerous lightning strikes in the Mendocino National Forest.